meal in a traditional way
Johnny's
is
got
considered
a
empowering.
Hello, good morning.
Are you friend zoning him?
Are you
Yeah, we're just
in the
gonna
friend
go
zone?
out as friends from
Okay,
now
so you're
on.
turning him down
Excuse me.
because he paid.
No dude wants
Because
to
he
be
paid or
just
he?
friends.
Excuse me. Are you in the friend zone?
Sorry, excuse me, because he split the bill.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
Bruh.
Okay, so you do have an issue if a guy wants to split the bill.
Good morning. Good morning.
They care about money. This is
And
what
tomorrow's the big date with Brandon Trueblood. We're going to go over to Pontoon Beach. We're going to rip that shit up. Oh, my God. You don't even want to know. It's going to be crazy.
they don't understand is they think, well, men should just want to pay because men have always paid, and it's always been the role of men, but they don't want to do any of the
And we're going to do a very special live stream. Stop it with your weird imagination.
roles that have ever been the roles of women.
Yeah.
This is where you lose men because men
Right.
are very,
Right.
we don't want to get fucked either, ladies. I mean, allegedly. What I mean
Well,
is,
I mean, speak for yourself. I wouldn't want to have a little bump and grind, you know what I'm saying? Sweaty toe curling activity.
there needs to be an equal level of
Floppy
like, okay,
titties
this
everywhere.
is about love.
Yeah!
We agree, right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
obviously a lie because they
What are
don't love
saying?
you. But at very least, you would
don't
very
love
much
me.
pretend to be in love with your husband and stay quote
don't
unquote
love me
forever because he's
anymore.
paying, right?
Yeah.
Because under that pretense, we
Yeah,
will
he's coughing up the cheddar, the cheese.
pay.
Yeah.
But it's all a lie. They just want the money,
Yeah.
which means we're being used and
Absolutely.
they would call it being scammed by a scam artist, and it is an illegal crime if anyone else does it. But if you should so happen to have a
Excuse me, is there a crime that isn't illegal? Gone with John. I love you, buddy.
vagina,
All right.
well, scam all the people you want to
Vaginas?
for profit. No
Someone
problem
say
there,
vagina?
girl. Yeah,
Oh my
call
God.
it love, suck that dick. Oh,
Call it
yours.
love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get encouraged to do it.
Fucking hey, let's go to the chat. Big Tal Phoenix is here. Dr. Dree, godfather of Ramadi, who shamed me into doing a stream this morning. The bastards are back. Well, let's go, Johnny.
But you men,
yeah.
how dare you want to touch a booty?
Shame.
What's wrong with you liking
How could
boobies
you?
and stuff?
Yeah.
You should be gay like your friend Carlos.
Yes. I don't know why I like, chicks and vaginas, tits and flat bellies with belly buttons. Oh my God, it's crazy. But you should like that if it has a penis as well. No, I don't. Sorry.
Why?
It's not my thing.
I just think
It's not for me. No, if that's your thing, God bless you. No. I want a good old-fashioned girl. It's got a stinky pie down there.
traditionally, like a man should pay on the first date.
Of course they should,
You're not a
because I
traditional
shouldn't
woman.
have to fucking do anything because I'm a woman. Great, Captain. We're losing the ship, Captain.
I think I'm quite traditional.
No.
You want traditional things, sweetie, but you don't perform as a female in a traditional manner. Maybe you do. I don't know who you are. Maybe you're Asian, so maybe there's a whole family thing. All that evil shame. I don't know, but you expect traditional treatment, but you don't act traditionally. You expect men to do the bill thing and the flowers, blah blah fucking blah, pay for the dinner, and most men would do that, but you don't bring the traditional stuff with you. It's like, I'm sorry I'm late for dinner. I was banging my fourth guy this morning. I just can't. That wouldn't be traditional. Just saying. Just pointing it out. Maybe, a little bit.
You do
Uh-huh.
OnlyFans. There's nothing. I have OnlyFans girls on the show.
Yeah, that wouldn't be traditional. Traditional women, conservative women, whatever. They wouldn't be putting their hoo-ha out on OnlyFans. Just saying.
Probably spanked it to a few of her whatever type of Asian pictures that she is, because let's face it, boys.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to choke the chicken. Sometimes you just got to spank one out and get back to work.
You like popsicles?
I'm fine with it. However, you're not a traditional woman.
I
Right.
think I'm pretty
You guys hearing
traditional.
this in
Yeah, you're a
stereo,
whore.
by the way?
It's fine. Me or
This is like, ooh, that was mind-blowing. It was crazy. I wish I had some Mr. Hemi 4-speed weed.
whore.
or mushrooms from
selling
Bolsonaro.
ass, selling pictures of ass. It's the same thing. You're a whore.
Increase the,
You're selling your sexuality,
experience.
ladies.
yeah.
This has been prostitution since
Mhm.
day one. Same with model.
Now, I just want to say I've been watching a lot of videos here because that's what I do. I'm a loser living in my mother's bay. Well, not really, but yeah, I could be. I see a lot of videos, and yeah, it's just seems to be a common theme. And the common theme is women, you shouldn't be doing OnlyFans. You shouldn't be doing corn. You shouldn't be doing that shit because that's not traditional and women shouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. Who is paying these women to do this stuff? Let's not take the responsibility off of fucking chimpanzees who have a horgasm when they see some, oh my God, she's got her titty, it's side titty. I'll give her $10 a month. Horgasm. Don't live your life by it. And that's a new word. I coined it. I was going to give it to Hammer, but I got it. You heard it first. Horgasm. Yeah.
Modeling, same with actresses.
Give that man a
All of
beer. Okay.
You a virgin?
I can do that.
You said your body count.
Virgin.
I'm not saying, that I'm better than anybody. I'm just saying that, but you are this thing. According to the English language, which I know y'all are trying to burn that shit to the ground.
English.
You're this thing.
English. Do you speak it, motherfucker?
By definition.
I'm shaming you, but your body count's 16, right? A traditional woman's a
16.
Right.
Wow.
16, guys. Listen, I know that's low for girls nowadays, or certainly low for a 30 or 40-year-old girl, but
Yeah. It's at least one a year on average. So if you're 30, you have 30. But that's like a traditional chick these days. That's like oh my God, she's not really a slut. She's just finding herself. And oh my God. And you make excuses. It's like, oh, she was just going through a phase. She was just, we are finding. Fuck that. No. You want the society to get better and keep existing. That shit is unacceptable. No, you have no hoe phase. You don't sow your fucking oats unless you get married and sow the oats all fucking day and night with your husband. Same thing applies to men. There's a lot of this Andrew Tate. No, we got to go out there and hoe around and fuck all these women. No. It's both sides are fucked up at the moment. Now, granted, it's only 5 or 10% of men that are hoeing around, but the point is the same. Don't do it. Do not. You want this thing believe in Jesus if you want. I don't care. The evidence is fucking clear. Since the sexual revolution in the 1960s, things have gotten exponentially worse. It's like a fucking plane crashing into the ground, man. And we're like 10 feet from it. We're almost there. You know what I'm saying?
well, old lady, really. But back in the 90s, man, I was with
90s.
girls that I was like their second dude.
Now, see, John, back in the 90s, I was fucking old already. Oh, God. No, I wasn't really old. I was in my 20s. But all right, whatever. 90s was pretty good. I have to admit. It was a fun time. 80s was better. Got to say it. Because I was a teen in the 80s, and everybody was just having a good time. And then we progressed to the 2000s, and it's like, oh, my God, you're a fucking rapist. Jesus Christ.
And
What
serious,
happened?
like you would know them. Everyone at school knew they didn't fuck around, and she was like the dorky girl, which those were.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I knew the girls that fucked around, John. They went to the nearest big town on weekends. Do I have to explain it further? I think not.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want, they didn't want their parents to find out, and then they went to church on Sunday and confessed their sins, which there were many. Brandon Trueblood. I didn't invent the horgasm. I thought I did. I thought that was me. Brandon Trueblood is here, my date for tomorrow. We're even going to take the dog out and get him a doggy breakfast. It'll be fun. Sammy, you're going to have some bacon and eggs. It's going to be great. John is funny as fuck. Yeah, he is, actually. All right, who else is in the building? If she's a sloot, I don't give a hoot. There you go. There's Brandon Trueblood. I thought a orgasm was mine. Damn it. Oh, no. You've deflated my hit a boner there for a minute. Go ahead.
Well, I disagree.
Doesn't fucking matter that you disagree. That's what I tell people on my channel when
Yeah.
they come over here in my comments. John, I disagree. Oh, go
Mhm.
fuck your mother. I don't care. Doesn't
I
matter to me
disagree
if
with
you
you,
disagree.
John.
This isn't a debate channel. I don't
Excuse
care.
me, John. You're an evil, misogynist bastard from hell. Don't you know? Oh, my God. Yeah. Fuck them. Who cares what they think? Well, you should, because they're, oh, my God, they're half the species holding up the world. Really? What about the other half of the world is being held up by the other half? Just no. Okay.
Care. I'm going to put out information for my people, and anyone that wants to stay and watch
Fuck
and have a good
that.
time, you're very welcome to. I hope you enjoy the show. I'm John. I'm a bit nutty, and I'm an asshole. Okay, so we've covered all the
that's a fair enough observation, Johnny. Yeah. Yes.
basis. So let's take out the I disagree part.
I
Now
got
we're just having a good time.
freaking text here.
There you go.
It's not my definition of tradition.
My
Go
definition.
fuck
Okay. Oh,
yourself.
goody.
My definition. My truth.
I see. So we just make up our own fucking definitions just whenever we want to because it feels good. Oh, it's not my definition. Traditional means I can go out and fuck 400 guys and then expect men to pay for me and give me flowers, and I'll make him wait for this fact because, I mean, I don't want him to think I'm a slut. Oh, no.
Ladies,
I swear to God, that, hey, excuse me, the orgasm, that's mine. Brandon, I don't care what you say.
what happened to you?
I'm going to bring some knives tomorrow. I'm going to cut you up, bitch.
Definition, bro.
This is such a blatant double standard.
Yeah.
If
No,
feminism
really?
were as
No
remotely
shit.
interested in equality as it says it is, it would encourage women to pay.
You guys see Hammer did a communita post the other day. Chick that was charged criminally with banging some underage boys got away with no jail time. What a fucking shock. That never happens. No. Everything is equal and fair. Don't worry about it, boys. When you complain about that kind of thing, you're just an evil, toxic man. Right? Well, it's the patriarchy.
But it does.
Patriarchy would never let that happen. But hey, here we are.
It tells modern women that they're victims.
Modern women.
They've always been victims, and they should
Victims.
keep
Yes,
demanding more and
yes.
more.
Yeah.
Men have had their fun for the whole of human.
Can you imagine being that other man's age and still trying to have women in your life and being like,
I mean, I'm just looking at this picture. I'm like, yeah, I'd fuck that guy, but I'm not gay. But you know, hey,
and I want a woman
can be
around, and they
persuaded.
just give me so much life
Whoa.
and vitality. Now, no offense to this man, I'm on my way to this age. I'm not shaming or down on this man. I'm saying, can you imagine?
Can you imagine the miles of cock his girlfriend? Oh, but no, that was just her fate.
Being my age, 47 or older,
You're
and
47.
trying to make a woman your fucking prerogative
Johnny, you're 47? No way. I had no idea.
so that you can feel better about yourself, not
Wow.
feel lonely.
You look like you're
not
about
feel-
25,
I need
30.
the validation of another human being.
Okay.
I understand there are men going through this and battling this, but the reason I'm saying this is for you men to understand that you made it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, that part was before when we believed in the fairy tale.
The fairy
Now
tale.
we understand that it was a fairy tale. It wasn't real.
Leprechauns. Yes, it is. Well, St. Patty's Day now. What is it? March 17th. So it's 15 days. Oh, we have 2 weeks then to celebrate the leprechaun and the green beer and beer of any kind.
And you're still trying to
And
hold
whiskey. Got to get it, shout out to Eric Zombro because, he's going to down a couple of handles of fucking Irish whiskey. It's
on this idea of I want to have a woman in my life as I grow old, and we're gonna stroll through the meadows and the man. Why is that so important to you? Because that's what your parents told you? Because that's what society and Hollywood showed you, and you're like, I gotta have this thing. I hope you guys get past that.
That was
way
chunky.
more important than this.
Hey, Ramadi, that was better than yours yesterday. Just saying.
Not him, but her.
My belches are bigger than yours, man.
Putting up with this shit.
They're victims.
She's over there sweating in menopause. I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
Ladies, huh?
Always been victims, and they should keep demanding more and more. Men
Women are always victims. Always. Men are always the oppressive evil. This is pretty well known at this point, right? Right?
Have had their fun for the whole of human history.
Right.
Now it's time for the sisterhood to claim the goods.
Now,
As I keep saying, it's not about equality. It's about power.
Now, here's the deal. Men have been pigs and disgusting fucking rapists and all kinds of evil shit over years. Now it's time for women to be disgusting fucking human beings. Well, that makes sense. Sure. Yeah. Right.
They want to trade goods and services for your money. Period. That's all they're interested in.
Yeah.
It's become apparent throughout history of even looking at feminism.
The history.
Oh, we want to be in the workplace. We want to have this. We want to do everything that men can do. Okay, but you didn't have to do that before. We were providing it for you and trying to make your life easier. It was kind of a nice thing of us to do, to be honest.
Oddly, it's funny when you double the amount of people who could work, the wages get. I know. It's crazy. Oh, we're gonna get to the fucking wage gap here shortly, boys. Yeah,
but I know it feels like
Australia. Yeah, it's fucked up down there.
Russian, because you're a fucking maniac, allegedly.
Delusional feminism has also convinced women to demand that a man be strong, masculine, and a natural leader.
Right.
Now, men,
yeah.
Can you believe?
Yeah, let's eat fruit on a plate and we'll be in this beautiful location and I'll waste my fucking time looking at your dumbass.
Yeah.
Same lady you've
Fruit on
seen
a
in
plate.
Frog Balls, Arkansas and spent all this time
fruity.
with. Now you're eating some, cantaloupe on a boat, staring at her plastic ass fork. Huh?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
And look around. There's a whole world around you guys. Stop wasting your time with these bras.
Know your place, Johnny. Know your place.
Look, I know. They want you to because they quote unquote love you. If I was in this locale here, I would be fishing or eating some shit like a
long
steak
time.
or some chicken or some lobster, some shrimp, or eating cantaloupe.
Oh God.
With this lady, shit.
Believe this?
Shit.
Can you actually grasp how much of a monumental
Your hair's tickling my
clusterfuck?
nose and my balls and my legs and my ass. Your hair's everywhere.
clusterfuck hypocrisy?
I mean,
this is?
it's like
For the
Mount
past
Everest.
20 years, what have we been told? I'll remind you.
Flatbacks.
We've been told that masculinity is toxic and men are oppressive sexual predators. Masculine energy is something to be suppressed and contained.
Come on.
Men need to do better and stop hurting
Yes,
women.
of course. Yeah.
Right.
Men always need to do something because women obviously have no agency and they can't control their own shit. No, that's not true. Women have agency. They're strong, powerful. You go, girl. It's a contradiction, and that's what confuses people. Are you strong and powerful or you're not? Just wondering. Which one is it? It is Schrodinger's thing. Depends.
Men should open up and be more like women.
Kitty cat alive or dead?
Open up, boys. Open up that booty cheek. Open up that mouth.
Oh,
Open up.
slap it
be
up.
More open.
Oh,
be
yeah.
more soft. Be more
Right
sweet.
the
Don't
porpoise.
say that.
That's what I came
that's
at.
too
Right
harsh,
the
John.
porpoise.
Open up, boys. Let's have it.
Oh, God.
Let us know about your feelings. Come on, sir. Don't you want to open up and be softer, a weaker, more vulnerable version of yourself?
Oh, yeah.
So that the ultimate predator that is preying on us all has a better chance. Don't you want to believe in love?
Tito. Oh, my
Don't
God.
you want to take care of a woman? Save my lady, please? Gentlemen, just marry these broads.
Just marry these sluts.
Come on, guys. I'm being mad.
Why not? Wicked's made us here. Hello, Wicked. You're so wicked. Willie Jurgen is here from Germany. Hello. George Winter says, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Well, there you go. Good morning. Good. Absolutely.
At Walsh now. Just marry them. It's about, I know it's broke up and it's broken system and they all pretty much heathens and harlots. But yeah, just marry them. It's all good.
Well, why the hell did women say this when their sexual preferences for a strong, masculine man haven't changed?
What a strange place to be talking about
No,
sexual.
where did this become part of the pronunciation of words? Strong. It's It's not strong. It's strong. What the fuck? Oh, Michelle Obama, who's going to be installed as the presidential candidate this fall. What did you say, Hamster? Why do you hate women? Why do you hate women of color? I didn't say any of that. I just said she's going to be the candidate. That's all. That's all.
Dual preference. If you know, you know. I'm just kidding.
It's almost like women want the average man to fail hard by telling him bullshit.
Fail hard. Yeah.
Feminism and
oh, look at that.
Let's sit under a blanket.
They're so cute in the blankie with the coffees and everything. Oh my God, she's so happy.
And have a few laughs.
Is that Margot Robbie?
Listen, I used to be cool with this, man. Like I used to look at these and
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
sweet and so kind and so caring. And oh, look at
And that's what women want. They just want you to be, oh my God, it's so great. Now, what they want, as many men have come to understand, is they want a hard fucking cock. Some strange at 2 a.m. But it doesn't count, guys, because, well, it wasn't a relationship, so it doesn't really count and everything. Come on now, guys.
that, guys.
Stop with the bullshit. You know what's going
They're
on.
sitting together under a blanket. It's cold outside.
Oh my God.
As a man now that's a little bit more knowledgeable and has more
And there's pumpkins and shit. And there's little deer running up and saying, oh my God, they're so cute. And little raccoons saying, can I eat the pumpkin? Because I would really like to do that. And she looks at him and with her eyes and says, let's let them eat the pumpkins and turn the fire on and blah, blah, blah. No, I got to go. Jamal is coming over in like 10 minutes. So,
I think to myself,
what do you mean, Jamal? He gives good dick.
one, why is she getting her whore body on my blanket? Two, why am I outside and not inside? And if I'm outside for camping or fun purposes, why is a woman around? Unless, of course, she's one of my my daughters.
She wants to slobber my. I'm not even going to say it, John. I mean, there are reasons.
That would be acceptable, but this
Tits stuff.
"Ooh, let's sit outside." She's telling him jokes, and he's like, "This shit isn't funny at all."
Oh no!
modern women told men they should be softer, more gentle, and kinder.
And they smell better too. Yeah.
Why would you want it to be softer, guys? If you had a sword or a knife and you were headed into quote unquote battle, would you want it to be sharper or duller?
I could be I could seriously be a belch model. Yeah, I could just okay, we need somebody to belch over here. Yeah, I can do that. How much? $100? No problem. Come on, belch. I could make money. I could do that.
Right.
God.
Those are the women they want, apparently.
Yeah.
So many.
Oh,
I'll hold you while you play guitar.
There's Rusty Rivers playing guitar for his Wammens. I'm busted and broke, but I'm not a joke, and I'm gonna come and blast your with something.
I'll hold you like you're one of my.
I can't sing if I don't have my guitar. Excuse me, Hamster. Yeah, you can't sing even to have you little bastard.
Little baby boys, and you strum the guitar.
But
okay,
thought,
mommy. I'm sorry. That's just what I see.
men listen.
Briggs
and
is here. Oh
decided
my
to
God,
adopt
we
those
all have herpes.
characteristics.
Go get a shot.
Only for women to disrespect, abuse, and cheat on them with the Chad she.
Mm-hmm. These days, it's mostly Tyrone and Jamal. But if she gets some white meat, she'll take it.
met at the gym.
As long as
She'll
he's got a
then tell her
hard
girlies
slamming dick. That's all that matters.
Blondie.
That her ex-boyfriend was too nice.
Ooh,
The other
I
one's
like
old.
those belly
He
buttons.
didn't
They're both old, but never
dominate
mind.
me enough.
I'm having a orgasm.
Modern feminism says one thing
my
and
word.
does another thing completely. The truth is, women don't want men who act like women.
Oh,
They'll
no.
say that
Really?
that's what they're looking for, but it's
Yeah,
completely
you should be just like my girlfriend. And I am not attracted to her. And there you go. See, ladies, you have girlfriends, right? The girls. You go chat to the girls. Oh, this and that. When men suck, haha, let's get drunk and have some whatever brunch and with whatever the orange juice. God bless America. What the fuck's wrong with you, Hamster? I can't think. Mimosas. Thank you. Yes. Go have that with your, and then go home and get dicked down by Tyrone. Because that's what you want.
Yes.
Give me this shit.
Right. If you know, you know. They don't like those guys, the respectful, soft, sweet guys. Yeah, he's such a nice guy. And
she's kind of cute. Hello.
Mm-mm.
Waiting for a star to fall. If you can remember that song and who sang it, you win a beer free from Brandon Trueblood.
Even the guy that she doesn't want to bone that comes up to her and is abrupt about the shit and is like, yeah, this is what I'm interested in. She's like, no, not you. And he's like, okay, but at least.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Walks away. And then she's like, I'm intrigued. Maybe he's packing some heat down in the, I'm sorry. What was your name again? Tyrone? Tyrone. Can I buy you a drink?
She knows where that guy stands.
Looking for that sausage.
It's all the fake motherfuckers that come up to him. I'm a nice guy.
I want that
He's got
sausage.
a, freezer full of bodies.
If it ain't the size of a beer can, but twice as long, don't even talk to me.
Lampshades are all made out of younger women's skin. You know what I'm saying, guys? That's the guys women are really the worried about. They at least respect the guy that has the balls to be up front.
Riding the skin boat to Tuna Town, boys.
It doesn't matter. I'm not telling you how to get women because, quite frankly, they're a cancer on you as a man. Sorry, ladies, but it's true. Allegedly.
No, excuse me.
Watch what women emotionally respond to, who they fantasize about, and how they behave.
Oh,
right. It's not the hedge fund guy. It's not the Who is it? Pookie, Ray, Chad, Tyrone, Brad.
Tyrone, Jamal,
he's busy. Doesn't care about her at all.
Brad from sales.
And it's money. Yeah. It's those two things, and they will make the exception for even though they want money.
Okay, so Gone with John. You can find his channel, Gone with John. You can watch the whole video. Okay, so here's an MSNBC. What is her name? Something Brzezinski, right? Zapolak. Mika Brzezinski. Go.
Was part of America Ferrera's iconic monologue in the blockbuster film Barbie about the unfair.
Yeah. I didn't see the movie. Mika, I don't care.
Expectations and pressures put on women by society and themselves. Right. That message hit.
Yeah, when they say pressures put on women by society, they mean pressures put on women by other women. Can we fucking say it one of these days, please? When that just say it. Why be afraid?
Close to home for many, and speaks to a larger issue about attitudes toward feminism today.
I mean, when men, let's be honest, guys. Men have so few requirements, except you're not a whore. Other than that, you can do whatever you want. Really. Anyway, let's get back to Mika. Always liked her hairdo. I thought she was all kind of cute. George Winters is here. Hello, George. Okay, let's go with this MSNBC. MSLSD as the greatest president of all time. Donald Trump calls them.
In fact, a new study came out showing there's an emerging gender divide when it comes to young people's attitudes towards masculinity and women.
Yeah. President Trump, though. Hey, Don, can I call you Don? Could you quit sending me 400 emails a day about giving you money? I'll give you the money. Just stop the emails, please. just don't do that. But next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Women's equality.
By the way,
here to tell us more is editor of Forbes Women, Maggie McGrath.
Unless they slide in Michael Obama. Now, this is Huma Abedin.
MSNBC contributor Huma Abedin. She's vice chair of the Forbes and Know Your Value 3050 Summit, which is, by the way, next week.
I mean, look at the 5,000 watt smile on Huma there. She was involved with Wiener and Hillary and whatever. She's a blessed woman with respect to her attractiveness. All right. All right, let's hear the cackling witches. Let's do it.
More on. I know.
Got a great
more
smile.
on that in a
I mean, look at her. Wow.
moment. A little nervous, but Maggie, let's talk about this study. It was from King's College London Policy Institute and the Global Institute for Women's Leadership. They asked.
Yeah, but as if Mika says these words as if it's a magical incantation. Oh, they're an academic thing, and they did an academic study. It's bullshit. Mostly. In this case, allegedly, it's not bullshit. I was thinking the wage gap one. We're going to get to that next. Anyway, go ahead, Mika.
Participants, if they believe women or men have it tougher today. Kind of a disturbing trend came out of it about male attitudes. Tell us.
Oh, disturbing to you, perhaps. Maybe Mika, Richa, what's her, whatever her name is. Here's the deal. Are you ready?
More about it.
Well, Mika, researchers found that younger men feel less positively about the impact of feminism on society than do younger women. And
what did I hear? Look at the patriarchy, the misogyny. No.
Tell us more about it.
Well, Mika, researchers found that younger men feel less positively about the impact of feminism on society than do younger women.
Well, there's a fucking shock.
And even in some cases, older men, which we'll get into those generational differences in a minute. But essentially, among people ages 16 to 29, so that's Gen Z and the youngest millennials.
Yes.
46% of women say that feminism has done more good than harm on society.
54% of women aged 16 to 29 think feminism has done more harm than good. Fucking well. Well. We're going to talk about that. 54% of these women. No. Let's talk about the men.
Society.
Yeah,
Yet just
evil.
36% of men the same age feel the same way. Meanwhile, 1 in 6 men in this age group say that feminism has done more harm than good.
Okay.
Compared with 1 in 11 women of the same age.
I must be being confused here. Okay, let me try this.
People ages 16 to 29, so that's Gen Z.
Yes.
And the youngest millennials. 46% of women say that feminism has done more good than harm on society.
Okay. So I was right. 54% of women in this age group think it's done more harm than good. Maybe I'm not hearing this correctly.
Yet just 36% of men the same age feel the same way. Okay. Meanwhile, 1 in 6 men in this age group say that feminism has done more harm than good, compared with 1 in 11 women of the same age.
Wait a minute. 54% that says they don't agree with feminism has done more good than harm. 54% of the girls surveyed. 1 in 11. Something is not adding up here. I better get out my math brain.
And then meanwhile, this research also asked women, who has it harder in society, men or women? 68% of these younger women said that women have a harder time in 2024, compared with just 35% of men who agree with that statement. And really interestingly.
Okay, here, let me just interject my opinion. I know you might come here for my opinion. Maybe. It's not that men or women have it better or worse or harder, whatever. It's that we all kind of have it a shit show. And I think a lot of the red pill guys, manosphere guys are going, hey, yeah, women have had some shit, but so has men. Men have had shit. And it seems like the men part of it is ignored. Oh, men are all privileged. Men are all this. Men are all that. Men are all and the president and the Congress. Could you just recognize that men have it hard as well? Maybe in different ways, but we still do. We got shit. All right.
It was the men over the age
Leading,
of
I
60
guess, to
who
no one.
said that were the least likely to say that men have a harder time. So 17% of that age group said that men have a harder time in society, compared with 25% of men ages 16 to 59.
I see. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't say harder, but equally difficult. But what do I know?
Now, just to zoom out, all of this is really important and interesting
zoom
because
out.
researchers and
Jordan,
social scientists generally expect younger generations to have more progressive views. And Bobby Duffy, the head of the Policy Institute at King's College, said that this is a disturbing or unusual generational trend.
Interesting. And I have Jen Palmieri here getting ready for the 4th hour, like jumping in.
Well, what's interesting about this is that I did this when I wrote this, my book, She Proclaims, about this.
Oh, yeah. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
On this topic. And what is interesting is that young women are more likely, and this confirms that, they are more likely to believe that women have it harder than than Gen X women.
Yeah.
Or baby boomer women. So it's the what I see that's positive about this stuff about.
All right, gentlemen, this is what you call a tangent. It has nothing to do with the discussion. What this not young, this middle-aged woman is saying is that, well, the millennial women think they have it worse than the Gen X women, and that's what I'm going to go for. Are you kidding me? I grew up in the Gen X and the baby boomer and the pre-millennials, whatever Gen Y, whatever the fuck they were called. It's not what we're talking about, whether it's harder or not than the Gen X. Gen X women had no fucking problems. Zero. Anyone who was there would know I am correct.
And is concerning is that younger women are seeing, they watched, so they saw that we had a hard time. And so they think that women are going to have it harder. But I think it means they're better.
Now, on the one statistic that a lot of the fembots care about, and most people in general care about, is the number of women getting attacked in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? In 1990, that was the peak for attacking women in that way. I don't have to say it. It's been going down for the last 30 years, 34 years. It's still disgusting. It's still a bad place to be, but it's a fuck of a lot better than it used to be in 1990, right in the middle of Gen X. But, no one appreciates the past because it's better. It's worse for me. I mean,
prepared for what they are facing.
Okay.
As opposed to things necessarily getting worse, but like that they're very aware. They saw Barbie, they know what's happening.
So Huma, participants were
seems like some people are just incapable of understanding that things have gotten better over time. Oh no, it's getting worse. It's the worst it's ever been. Bullshit. No.
Also asked if they believe toxic masculinity is a helpful phrase.
Yeah.
And the results were so surprising. Tell us more and why this debate matters.
Well, I always agree with whatever Palmieri says, but it's interesting to read some of this research that shows that overall, when respondents were asked if the term toxic masculinity was helpful, a helpful term or an unhelpful term, 41% of people asked said it was an unhelpful term compared to 22%. But when you actually dive down to younger people, and that's the ages 16 to 29 that Maggie was referring to, 47% of young women believe that the term toxic masculinity is a helpful phrase. Which I found really kind of discouraging, actually, because it's this idea that you now have these younger generation of men and women. They're asked several things, and they agree on a few things. Number one, young men think that no more progress needs to be made on gender equality.
Oh, you're really
more than older men. You have
excuse me, Huma. Who is saying this? And how do you define progress? These are important things. These are not throwaways. These are not, you hate the women. What do you mean by progress? What do you mean by equality? These are important things to define because they never do they? Now, I like, She's hot enough anyway. But you got to define what you mean. What does progressive mean? You're not an evil Republican, white national Christian. Is that it? Okay, so you want to progress. Where do you want to go? What's the destination of this progress you are so vehemently in favor of? Where are we going? Where is the progress? Where? Where does it go? So it's a blanket term. Well, if you're not progressive, well, where the fuck are you going to progress? What's the end goal? Where are we going? See, a lot of people are, oh, well, progressive. It's just anti-fucking Nazi. So we got to be progressive. Really, where do they want to progress to? Now, Huma here, she was all in with the Clintons. You know where they're going, guys. Come on. She's got a cute smile. It's cute and everything. Tell me what you mean by progressive. Where do you want to go? Oh, I just want gender equality. What does that mean? Don't give me this. It sounds good. Sounds great. Gender equality, sure. What does it mean? Wow, we just want an equal number of people in the Congress. That would mean the government intervening and forcing people to vote for, well, thought we didn't like that. We'd prefer not to have that, wouldn't we? You know, Constitution, shit like that. We don't want the government telling us we can only vote for this particular thing because this thing is underrepresented in Congress. So as a progressive, Huma, is that what you mean? You want the government to... And of course, the answer is simple. Yes, that's what she wants. That's what all these people want. That's what the feminists want. It's all the same bullshit. Oh my God, this is the thing. And so do that. And what does it mean? The government coming into your life and taking over and controlling you. It's always the same. Is that really what you want? I don't think so.
Younger women who
really
are generally to the left of men on political, and gender and party support issues. And so it's a real, it's almost as though you have a generation who's getting all their news from social media. What does this mean in terms of the divide? Does that increase as this generation gets older? But it's certainly something to watch, and I'm glad these researchers have done this assessment in a way that shows the difference between what older men and women believe and younger men and women, and I think it's something that we should continue to talk about, because I found some of it a little bit concerning.
Sounds like bullshit to me. All right, good. I'm glad that's over. All right, this week, let's get up another one here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We're going to go with the first one. Oh, where is it? Oh, no. I guess we're going to have to go with this one. Hold on. Hola. There we go. What is this?
How do you keep losing weight? I had a burger for lunch.
Healthy and thriving. Help protect your family health and finances with Mutual Omaha.
The gender pay gap set to be a big talking point tomorrow.
Front page, the biggest splash, named the big businesses with very large gender pay gaps. Some of Australia's biggest companies, including Qantas, Virgin Australia, Telstra, Woodside, Macquarie Group, and Santos, have been revealed as having significant gender pay gaps.
Evil, and they should be shamed. Now, can any of you gentlemen, maybe a lady or two in here, can you imagine where this is going? They're talking about Virgin Airlines and some big companies in Australia. They had to release their payrolls or whatever. Anyone know where this is going? Oh my God. Women are paid less for the same work.
In some cases, above the national median of 19%. Now, we know this is a pile of bogus because it says in the article the data is
the woman can't say what you want to say. It's a pile of bullshit. That's what it is. Yeah.
on median base salaries and remuneration.
Yeah, Qantas, Virgin Australia, Telstra, Woodside, Macquarie Group, and Santos obviously hate women because the women are paid less for the same fucking job. It's evil. And it's been illegal since 1969 down under. So if there's a problem with this, if a woman, for example, is in the same job as a man, and the man's getting paid more just because he's got a dick, well, I'm sure there's a legal process where the woman can file a thing with the government. Government would love to hear this. And she can sue, and the company will be, up their ass with a microscope and all this crap. Last time I remember that happening was a thing with Google. You remember that a couple of years ago? They crawled up Google's ass with a microscope, the EEOC in the United States. You know what they found? They found out women were being paid more for the same goddamn job. And so Google had to give the men who were being discriminated against a big old check. Are we sure we want to do this again? I guess so.
So basically, you've gone to each company, lumped all the men together, said this is how much these guys are earning. You've lumped all the women together and said this is how much the ladies are earning. And you actually think that that's valuable data? Yeah. Some of those ladies would be working.
No, it's bullshit. It's a way to twist the numbers to get the outcome you want. Do we have to play the video of Senator Lionhelm again? They only track things that they track because it makes their point that women are the victims of evil men and the patriarchy. Now, in Australia, down under, it has been illegal since 1969 to pay people doing the same job differently. In the United States, 1963. In the UK, 1970. 50 plus years ago. And they're still telling us women are being paid less for the same fucking job. It's bullshit. No. Go on.
Part-time if they've got kids at home, maybe a job share on the side, and they may just legitimately be working in less senior positions than men.
Imagine that.
Period.
Well, you've got to read
Therefore, the men are being paid more to work harder. What's wrong with that?
You've got to read halfway through the article to get this little gem. Women.
Are you ready? Are you ready, gentlemen?
And men have been paid an equal amount since 1969.
Done. It's over. Did you hear it? Do I have to turn it up?
So women and men have been paid an equal amount since 1969. Little gem. Women and men have been paid an equal amount since 1969.
So why are we writing the article? Be an interesting question to ask, wouldn't it? Wait, I got to get closer. I can't see. Sitch Irin. Hello. Ian Blades is in the building. Hello. Johnny Midnight is here. Oh, my God. Australia used to be based, Dr. Dre. Yeah, probably. But the feminist cancer has invaded it, and invaded it hard. The Aussies are just suffering under this fucking progressive bullshit with these women. Let's just hear it one more time. Can we? Of course we can.
Gem. Women and men have been paid an equal amount since 1969.
In the United States, men and women have been paid the equal thing, equal money for the same job since 1963. And here we are, almost 60 years later, 61 years later, and they're still complaining about bullshit statistics, twisting and turning. Wow, Virgin Airlines doesn't do this. How many Virgin Airlines pilots are women? Well, not very many. Is that because of discrimination? Is it? Or is it an interest in stuff? Just saying.
So why am I reading this? put that at the top and I would have saved myself the time.
The whole concept of the gender pay gap as some big, Morpheus thing is a load of nonsense and always has been, because it denies the biological reality of women going off to have children, which necessarily affects their lifetime earnings, etc., because they tend to take more time out. And that's a decision that families are still making, by the way. If you look at the parents who choose to take paid parental leave, which is now available to both mothers and fathers, families, young families, still over.
But fathers should take more because the women are oppressed. It's always the same fucking bullshit. You want the government to tell men and women in a marriage what to do. Really? Is that where you want to go? You always hear these women, feminists, sorry. Oh my God, he doesn't pick up his socks and he doesn't do his household chores. You want the government to come into your house? You want Joe Biden or fucking Donald Trump to come in there and say, you need to do more dishes. Yo, we're going to make it a law. Are you out of your fucking mind? Why do you want more government intervention in your life? You want the least government intervention as possible. It's the way I look at it.
Overwhelmingly choose for the mother to stay at home. So that's a traditional decision that they're making. And it denies the fact that, of course, when we talk about not just individual businesses, but across the board.
I mean, I know it's scary that some women like to actually be with their children. I know. Oh my God. What's the matter with you, Hamster? Are you an evil misogynist bastard? Yes.
That women tend to work in what you might call more caring positions like nursing or teaching or whatever that tend to be paid less. You can't just take a big lump of numbers over here and a big lump of numbers over there and go, oh, shock, it's gender pay gap.
Yeah, they've been doing that for fucking 50 years there, sir. I don't know what your name is, but yeah, that's what they've been doing. I know.
And we know that it's illegal to pay a woman less
for this.
Yes, as it should be illegal. And it is for 50 fucking years. Oh my God.
Same job.
If we're talking exactly the same job, if we're talking about apples and apples, then sure. And I don't think that any employer in today's day and age would even try that on, because if they got found out, you've literally broken the law.
I'm kind of digging the way this Australian chick is talking here.
Then sure. And I don't think that any employer in today's day and age would even try that on, because if they got found out, you've literally broken the law.
Yeah, well, there's also the other argument, sweetie, with the dyed hair. If women cost 30% less or 25% less, why the fuck wouldn't you hire all women as a business person? Just saying.
What do you think about the compulsory reporting of this data and the publishing of it? I mean, it makes certain companies look terrible, especially for people who don't understand exactly what's being reported. You get
surprised they don't say dater. It's Australian.
The impression, gee, some of these companies are just anti-women and they're ripping women off.
Yeah, and
they hate women, blah, blah.
This is now the name and shame technique to try and establish certain standards, etc., and so on. But what exactly are you trying to achieve? What the employers will then disproportionately pay the women on their payroll, even if they are part-time, so that they won't get named and shamed in this report next.
Because these bitches and hoes.
Because the whole idea of naming and shaming them is now like, we'll get your numbers up. Fix it.
Yeah,
but as we've just said, this is such faulty data.
The only plus side to this is that, companies that preach at us, like Qantas, for instance, always tut-tutting us about how we should behave. Well, they're one of the companies named as having one of the worst gender pay gaps. So there's our natural retort every time.
Well, Alan Joyce
on how we behave.
That is really easy math, right? Because the vast majority of air
that Daisy Cousins?
are still women.
It sounds like
and
Daisy.
The vast majority of pilots who rightly are paid more, it's a far more skilled job, are usually male.
And the $30 million that was being paid to the male CEO in
I
Alan
found
Joyce,
it.
I'm sure drags up that median a fair bit, doesn't it?
Now
that's a woman.
But
So
indeed, so that it'll change very quickly. But I would recommend to any woman, if they're going to go down the line that you suggested, which is they now have to start disproportionately paying women in order to get their numbers up. Women, go and get a job at the Commonwealth Bank because their gender pay gap supposedly is 29.8%. So you're in line for a 30%.
There's a lot of room for improvement at the CBA.
Yeah. No, check this out. I found the other one. You guys ready for? All right, one more, and then I'm going to go get some lunch. Share this tab instead. Blue. All right, another Aussie. Obviously, she's a woman, so she's a victim.
Is in the spotlight this morning with airlines, banks, and mining companies named and shamed for paying women significantly less than men. For more, let's go live.
Significantly less than men. I wonder if we're going to get to the truth at some point in this video. Do you think she actually admits what's going on? Goddamn right she does. Go.
Tonight, federal politics reporter Eliza Edwards. Eliza, good morning. It's the first time we're seeing this data.
It is, Sarah. The pay gap from almost 5,000 companies is now out there for everyone to see. Qantas and Virgin reporting a big difference between what men and women are paid, but the airlines say that's because women are underrepresented in jobs like pilots and engineers. Airlines say that's because women are underrepresented in jobs like pilots and engineers. Airlines say that's because women are underrepresented in jobs like pilots and engineers.
I see. So we don't have enough women being pilots and engineers. Last I checked, women in the Western world can be engineers. They can be pilots. I wonder if there's something to do with free will, choice. No, we want the government to come in and tell you need to be a certain. That sounds like fucking communism to me. But okay, because evil and man.
Commonwealth Bank was the worst of the big four with a 30% gap, while the supermarket chains performed much better. But brands with women at the center like Forever New and Laura Jane had.
Again, you have to define what is much better. So at the grocery store, the bloke that's back, cutting the meat and making the hamburger. If a woman came back there and was cutting the meat and doing the hamburger, doing the same job, it's illegal to pay her less because she's a woman. It's been that way for 50 fucking years. And here we are, 2024 current year. Still like, oh my God, it's so terrible. Women are paid less for the same job. They're not. And yet, here we are.
Surprisingly bad results. The pressure is now on thousands of
women, oh God,
companies to act on gender equality. The national median pay gap is still a whopping 19%.
No, it's not.
Thank you, Eliza.
No.
Welcome back.
Excuse me. No, Eliza. No.
Median pay gap is still a whopping 19%.
The median earnings gap. There's a bit of a difference. Go on.
Thank you, Eliza. Welcome back. Well, for the first time, the difference between what 5 million Australian workers are paid has been revealed. Major airlines, banks, even fashion businesses have been named and shamed.
Named and shamed. Yeah. There you go. I'm sure Richard Branson is shaking in his fucking boots. Excuse me. I'll pay the pilots $100,000 a year, and I pay the flight attendants $75,000 a year. Obviously, I'm a misogynist, right?
Joining us to discuss today's headlines is Nationals Senator Bridget McKenzie and Northern Territory Senator Malarndirri McCarthy. Good to see you both. Thanks for your time this morning.
Can anyone predict how this is going to go? Anyone? Is there anyone who can predict this one? I bet there's a couple.
Malarndirri, Qantas, Commonwealth Bank, Coles, these are our country's most successful brands, paying women significantly less than their male colleagues.
That is a false statement. You know you're lying.
these are our country's most successful brands, paying women significantly less than their male colleagues. In some cases, like Virgin, for example, the difference was 41%. What is going on?
What is going on? Just curious. I wonder how they calculate this. I bet we're going to get there eventually.
Well, I think today's a really important day in terms
Oh my God, she's got problem glasses and she might be a native. So listen to her.
of showing where our country's going and wanting to bring transparency, Sarah, to what women can earn and should earn. And we did that as an election commitment. So we're really pleased that we were able to get that through the Parliament last year. And today's the first of that. And women across the country and employers generally will be able to keep an eye on how they're going. And I think this is what's where we're headed as a nation.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on what's going. Keep an eye on how it's going. You mean people in the same position, regardless of their gender, their sex, male, female, gay, LGBT, trans, whatever. They're making the same per hour in the same position, which has been the case since it's been illegal for 55 fucking years in Australia. So go on.
This is what women around the country have been banging their heads on the concrete for so long, because it's like we've not been heard.
Yeah, only brain dead feminists bang their heads on the concrete because they don't understand math. They don't understand easy math, 4th grade math. Gee, I wonder why they don't get STEM jobs. Any ideas, boys? No?
Right. And
discrimination. Is that it? Patriarchy, of course.
That's right.
When you
continues to struggle for women to receive, respect in the workplace, but certainly in their pay.
It's pretty unacceptable. I mean, Bridget, when you look at, some of the companies with glaring inequalities.
Yes.
That have women as their main customers, as well as being women-centered businesses like Lorna Jane and Pandora Jewelry.
Yes.
Mind boggles.
Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. And, the coalition's really proud to have been able to develop and fund this transparency issue. But you're right, it is illegal to pay men and women different amounts for the same job. But the reality
is it?
It is illegal to pay men and women different amounts for the same job. But it is illegal to pay men and women different amounts for the same job.
So you're accusing Qantas and Virgin Airlines and some of these other companies of actually breaking the law, since it is illegal to pay men and women differently based on their sex. Okay, I agree 100%. That should be illegal. So where are the lawsuits? Where are the lawsuits of all these women being paid less than men for the same job? Where are those? Yeah.
The reality is the makeup of these businesses see men being in those really high-paid roles. And so when you look at...
I see. So if we're looking at the CEO and we're comparing it to the newbie administrative assistant, oh my God, it's terrible. He's making $20 million, or she... Let's be inclusive. The top dog, the CEO, is making this much, and the entry-level first-year college graduate is making $17 an hour. There's a fucking problem. Really? Is that's where we're going?
The aviation sector, it shows that our engineers and our pilots, those big, high-paying jobs, are predominantly men.
Mm-hmm. And what is stopping women from going into aerospace engineering? What's stopping women from becoming pilots? I mean, if there's a thing, let's talk about that. Oh, the women didn't have the maths and okay. Well, let's talk about that. Get more women piloting aircraft. Good. I'm all for that. That's not what we're talking about now, is it? Come on now.
And that women predominantly make up the air hostess and those front of house sort of facing roles, which are...
So they are choosing to take those roles. They don't have to. They could go and do the 6 years, 8 years of training to get a master's in engineering. They could do that. There's nothing in the Western world that prevents or forbids women from doing that. So it seems like there might be something different going on. Maybe some women don't want to. It's free will. You want to be an engineer? Go be an engineer. Hey, have a day. I can tell you in my current job, there are very, very few females. Is that discrimination or is it interest? I thought feminism wanted women to do whatever they want to, right? And so women don't go into engineering. Okay. So what's the problem? Oh, no. It's evil men and the patriarchy and the government needs to do something. What do you want the government to do? If women don't want to be engineers, fine. If they want to be engineers, great. I mean, where are we at here, guys? Women can do what they want. And God bless them. If they want to, again, medieval French architecture, good. I think it's a useless degree, but you can't force people to go into engineering if they don't want to fucking go into engineering. What's the hard part about that? I'm missing it.
Yeah. So it is really changing the makeup of the workforces of these big companies and, for the instances of engineers, making sure we get more girls studying maths at school.
So women are not taught maths in school in Australia. In Australia, put another shrimp on the barbie. Give me a Foster's. So in Australia, girls, women, young girls, women, whatever, they're not taught math and science and some engineering shit, physics, whatever. Well, that's a problem. So maybe we shouldn't segregate women from the math class. Is that what this woman's saying? Women are not allowed to take math in Australia. No, probably not.
So they can get those high-paying jobs.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree. So what are we going to do about that? We're going to start offering math to women in elementary school. Wait a minute. We already do that, don't we? I'm confused.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously experience is a big factor here as well.
Absolutely.
People with
Do you think?
more experience should be paid more to reflect their expertise. But yeah, when this is a big factor here as well.
Absolutely.
People with more experience should be paid more to reflect their expertise. But yeah, when it comes to like, they should be the same. I mean, it's quite astonishing.
Yes, and that is the law.
That it's not.
US stocks took a breather overnight.
So they can get those high-paying jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously experience is a big factor here as well. People with more experience should be paid more to reflect their expertise. But yeah, when it comes to like, they should be the same. I mean, it's quite astonishing that it's not.
Yes, it is, because it's illegal. As it should be. I'll say it 1,000,000 fucking times if I have to. It should be illegal to pay someone differently based on their sex. That's bullshit. If they're doing the same job, they should not be paid differently. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about earnings. We're talking about all this fluffy bullshit to make my point. Because I'm a feminist. Oh my God, men are evil. Men are evil. And look at this. Virgin Airlines, Richard Branson. This is such nonsense. Anyway, let's read a few comments. Then I got to go eat some lunch. I'm guessing Glasses Girl is 250 pounds. Well, I don't know about that. But she's wrong. There's that. Chaos for You says, I've been paid less than women. Yeah. Yep. Oh, but on average. Oh my God. It's bullshit. You guys know that. Come on. Now, we're never going to convince the women. We have stats, we have data. They don't care. Oh my God, women are oppressed because they have to be oppressed. They must be. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful Saturday. Look forward to the video from me and Brandon tomorrow because we're going to have some fun. Fat Dog, good to see you, man. I will see you guys later or tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.